They did a theme remix, but that doesn't really matter.
I have that.
Do you have it?
If you want the full one, you can use it on the titles if you want.
Keep it to yourself. Oh yeah, that might be the new theme tune for the opening titles. Is the
rave
remix. All right, I'll do that.
Hello! Welcome back! It's been how many months?
Oh my word. 4 months.
Yeah, something like that. It's been a while.
It's been quite a while.
But we're back. We're back with a sort of Christmassy edition.
Yeah.
Of our reviews.
Yeah, and Derek's
Reviews of
looking
Death.
very nice.
This is Derek. Derek the Destiny Dalek.
Yeah. Not mine, unfortunately.
No, he's...
Yet. But he's looking...
Steal it,
Yep, he's looking
Bloody
marvellous with his Christmassy decorations.
It's looking festive.
Because we were planning to do a Christmas episode. We were planning to do a Christmas Invasion. But we decided, seeing as it would be a while before I get back to uni in order to edit this, that it'd be Christmas week over. So there's no point in doing that. So we asked people on Matt's Facebook page, link in the below I expect, what we should review. And we had 2 responses, I think it was, to review the drab awful Dimensions in Time. So...
And we both saw it and went, yes!
Yeah,
we have
it was
to do
a perfect story for us to do, really. So, Dimensions in Time. How did we get to the stage where Dimensions in Time was made, Matt?
Well, it was the 30th anniversary. Well, the 30th anniversary was coming up. It was 1993.
Yeah.
Well, probably 92 when they started making the plans. And the idea was to make a 90-minute special that would have all of the Doctors in, with Tom Baker taking the sort of major title role, because I think everyone at the BBC thought, no one gives a fucking about Peter Davison or John Pertwee. Maybe not so much John Pertwee, but McCoy and Colin Baker. They sort of sweep them under the carpet. Get Tom back. That's what everyone likes about Doctor Who.
Yeah.
And the idea was to do this sort of film, wasn't it? It was going to be this film that would be out on video and also air on BBC. And it was called Lost in the Dark Dimension. And there's a few fan films based on it now, and you can read the scripts online. It was going to have Rick Mell, the late, great Rick Mell.
That would have been excellent.
He would have been great.
He was the baddie.
Yeah. And it was going to have the Brigadier in it, and Ace, and Cybermen that looked really creepy. They were...
Jim
Jim
Henson.
Henson, wasn't it?
Jim Henson, Puppet Creations.
Yeah, so it was interesting, and it was all about... Wasn't it something like that? What would have happened if the 4th Doctor hadn't have died falling off the Pharos project
in Logopolis? And the 7th Doctor, what if he died and had to be found last time? It's quite a convoluted script, and in all honesty, would it have been regarded as highly if it had actually been made?
Probably not, I don't think.
Yeah, I think it's the same story with a lot of the unfinished stories you hear of, you know, like The Final Game and Endgame, and, you know, a lot of these episodes you hear about being made. Stephen Fry's 10th Doctor adventure, you know, you hear a lot of stuff about that and you think, oh, that would have been quite exciting. Ultimately, I don't think people would have been as kind to it if it had been made, because I've read part of the script. It's not great.
What's this for Lost in the Dark Dimension?
Yeah, for Lost in the Dark Dimension. It's not fantastic.
Yeah, I always thought... I mean, I've never read the script, but I've read the synopsis for it, and I always thought it sounded a bit convoluted and a bit sort of...
Yeah.
Is that really what I would have wanted to have seen for Doctor Who coming back?
Compared to what they were going to do, which was about the 4th Doctor being found in a gutter. Did you know about this?
No, this is new to me.
4th Doctor being found in a gutter by a load of teenage kids.
Right.
And they say they're working on some kind of school project about the environment.
Okay.
And it was called... no, it's not the Air Zone Solution, because that was a BBC film. It was something like the Green Zone Property or something like that. And it was about the 4th Doctor being found in a gutter, knocked out, doesn't know who he is, and using his powers of Time Lordiness, he's got to educate the world about the dangers of global warming. And that would have been Lost in the Dark Dimension. That was the original That was the original idea.
Jesus H. Christ.
Yeah.
Who thought that?
I don't know.
Who would the bit? What the
They
hell?
wrote it. The script exists. It's around.
Feck me.
Yeah.
That is ridiculous.
Yeah. And there would have been like a big Greenpeace rally, and it would have been more suited to David Banks' Doctor from The Ultimate Adventure, but
in his t-shirt.
and his hat, but
Christ.
yeah.
That is just pathetic.
But we didn't get that, and we didn't get Lost in the Dark Dimension. What we did get was Dimensions in Time.
We got EastEnders meets Doctor Who.
Yeah.
Basically, the Rani is back, and she's now got a carpet in her TARDIS. She's also got Sylvester McCoy's TARDIS.
Yeah.
With nice carpet furnishing, and some guy
I
with
don't
an
know who
earring.
he is. No idea who he is.
Who is he?
Is he a Time Lord, or is he just?
Surely, if he's a human,
boy?
why didn't you? Yeah, it's a toy boy.
Yeah, he's wearing leather. I
Yeah.
don't know. He might be into that.
So there we go. So that's that answer.
Covered, yeah.
So she wants to create a menagerie. Always that word. She wants to create a menagerie of all these different species from around the universe, and it's something.
So absurd.
It's something to do with.
She needs.
She wants one. The last thing she needs is a human.
Yeah, so she goes to Albert Square.
Of all places. And she knows that the Doctor's not going to like this.
Yeah, because he hates EastEnders. He's more of a Corrie bloke.
And so she decides that, I'll make a trap for the Doctor, and it's some sort of time tunnely loopy thing, and because of it he and Ace keep swapping between past incarnations.
But obviously Ace doesn't have a past incarnation, so she keeps turning into Liz Shaw, Romana, Nissa, Susan, Perry,
Sarah Jane,
wearing her Andy Pandy outfit.
Mel,
for some reason. Mel, I forgot she was
Victoria.
in it. Victoria, she's in it for.
I like how Jamie did. Fraser Hines. He was probably asked, and he thought,
no way. I mean, Richard Franklin did it.
Yeah.
And Bessie agreed.
And
I don't know
Nick
how
Courtney
much Bessie
did
was
it.
paid. Yeah, Nick Courtney did. Well, I think Nick Courtney, he loves the show.
Yeah.
Well, he loved the show. So I can imagine him just
He
saying,
was just happy to do it. And I think he was quite good friends with John Nathan Turner. I think they were like drinking buddies. So why not?
He's dressing himself.
Then towards the end, we get this whole new element, which is about she's cloning them.
Yeah.
And something to do with evolution. Where did that come from?
Didn't come out.
At the beginning, it was like, I want all these beings because if I have one of each, then I can control them or something. And then, I'll clone them and I'll control evolution. Which actually, the evolution thing does sound like a Rani thing because we've got that kind of stuff going on in Life of the
and she's collected
stuff.
Loads of people before, Einstein and stuff in time.
And there was a nice reference that we didn't get when we watched it to
time
the big
brains.
the big brain thing from Time of the Rani.
Yeah.
But two this time, not that we see them because it's stuck at Longley at that time.
That vortex that Tom's stuck in. We haven't even talked about the Fourth Doctor's in it. We haven't even talked about that. He's stuck in this super vortex, and it's swirling round and round. It made both of us feel really queasy.
Well, the whole episode. There's so much of this.
Much twirling
let's just spin
around.
the camera around. Really, we should have had someone on camera.
We should have done the whole review, just like on a little train track going round.
And it is just like, not only why is it doing this, but it's making me feel sick.
It is horrible, real.
And I'm sure McCoy and Sophie Aldred were probably stood there like, I'm getting dizzy just seeing this cameraman running around.
Yeah, because he's trying to have a conversation with Leela.
Yeah.
And he keeps walking back and forth.
Who's not in her own
the time tracks and all this kind of stuff. And it's going round and round in circles, and he, obviously with a hangover, he's trying... Where the fuck is it now? I don't know, where's the camera gone?
This is timey-wimey. Before timey-wimey was even a thing.
Yeah.
I mean, I know people would turn around and say, Stephen Moffat's plots are so confusing.
Yeah.
John Nathan Turner...
But that's not saying much, because it's John Nathan Turner. That's not saying much.
John Nathan Turner was like the god of timey-wimey.
I know a lot of people compare Steve to John Nathan Turner nowadays, but you can't in comparison to Dimensions in Time.
No.
Dimensions in Time versus... What's his worst story? Okay, hang on. Dimensions in Time versus The Doctor that we're doing the wardrobe.
Part of me still thinks I'd rather watch Dimensions in Time because it's got...
Which would you rather have exist, though?
Dimensions in Time.
Really?
It's got like it's got John Pertwee in it, and it's got the first meeting of Colin Baker's Doctor and the Brigadier.
Yeah.
And you've got a lot of good old monsters that come out of the prop cupboard.
A lot of monsters, literally out of the prop cupboard, because I think they just said, well, was that a goodie or a baddie? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it's a goodie or a baddie. Like,
no one cares.
like the veneer.
Yeah.
That's actually they're kind of goodies, really.
Yeah, they're not baddies.
They're not evil.
No.
Even the dragon from Dragonfire isn't really a baddie.
No.
I can understand Tetraps and Cybermen, obviously.
Or that little creature from The Ultimate Adventure.
Yeah. Zog, he's a goodie, isn't he?
I'm sure he's
Yeah. But, having said that, they did take the time to do stuff like using the right Cyberman gun effect.
They did, and
the right effect for the gun.
Yeah.
You know.
I think even the Time Lord I think the Staser is actually a Staser. I'm sure it is. Yeah.
I mean, it could be marked up in the prop store, Time Lord Staser. Like, okay, well, did these people have this kind of gun? Yeah, they did. We used that there. It makes sense.
And I'm sure John Nathan Turner knew enough to go, oh yeah, I remember when we did that. Because he was Infinity or whatever.
He was a Doctor Who fan.
Yeah.
So he would have had a knowledge of this. So we can kind of thank him for that.
Yeah.
To a certain extent, but not thank him for writing the script. Which...
Who was the other guy who wrote the script with him? Because it was two of them,
David Rogan or something like that. Josh Rogan. Or Hogan. Hulk Hogan. I don't know. Something like that. It's about as intelligible as Hulk Hogan bashing his head on a keyboard.
And then just printing that off.
Yeah. There we are. Film that. Alright. What's that? It's just about make out Albert Square if I read it diagonally. So, we're filming it in Albert Square, are we, Hulk? Yeah, we are. Yeah, brother, we're filming it in Albert Square. I never thought I'd be able to get a Hulk Hogan impression into a Doctor Who review video, but I did.
There we go.
Loads of props and costumes make quite a welcome appearance. It is almost like a kind of...
It's a who's who of monsters and companions and bits and pieces, isn't it?
It's like, you know, you have those Christmas greatest hits.
Yeah.
And you have like the proper one that has, you know, John and Yoko and Slade and Wizard.
Yeah.
This is like the one that doesn't have those on it.
Yeah.
It only has the veneer and Zog and Fifi and stuff. It's like, it's the low rent Poundland version of a who's who of Doctor Who. But having said all this, it was for charity.
Yeah. It was for a good cause.
Yeah,
and it raised a lot of money. They said that.
They did. Yeah, it did raise a lot of money. And so it's in a non-canon, because it's not canon way. Dimension. We might have that guy get in contact with us again saying, "How dare you say Dimensions in Time is canon?"
Oh God, yeah.
It's not canon. It's silly. It's 10, 15 minutes long at the most, you know, and it's a run around for no good reason apart from raising money, which is as good a reason as any.
Yeah. So that was Dimensions in Time. It was something from another dimension.
Yeah, it was heinous, but fun.
Yeah.
Is that a fair summary?
Yeah.
We
had a laugh watching it.
Yeah. But not because it was funny. It's because it was so
mad.
Yeah, it's not even rubbish.
No.
It's not even rubbish. It's just there's no words to describe Dimensions in Time.
There's nothing like it, and I don't think there ever will be.
And that's quite nice. And coupled with the fact that it was a charity thing.
Yeah.
And they did seem to take some kind of care with it. Can we even give it a rating out of 10? Fnarg out of 10.
Yeah.
That's the only you can't give it a normal number. It has to be like
the Greenwich Meridian.
The Greenwich Meridian out of 10. Menagerie out of 10.
Menagerie out of 10. Yeah.
Yeah. I think that for all we criticised it, you can't really criticise something that was made for the purpose it was made for.
Yeah.
Because being a charity special, and also because it will never exist again.
No.
Nothing like it will be done again, thankfully. But
we hope.
Yeah, but I don't know what they're doing with the Doctor Who license now with the theme park. I don't know. They might do anything, you know.
But maybe there will be an entire thing about Doctor Who landing in Albert Square.
They are. I think they should build a scaled down replica of Albert Square, and then halfway through, the Rani appears out of nowhere, and Draconians and Ogrons come out and stuff. That'd be cool. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. What's the next video we're doing?
We'll probably do about Series 8.
Yeah, we've got to cover Series 8, haven't we?
We'll talk about Peter Capaldi.
Yeah.
We'll talk about Missy.
Oh yeah, he's probably got quite a bit to say about that.
We'll talk about Into the Dalek. We'll talk about all of them.
We'll talk about all the Doctor Who episodes, including... Should we do Last Christmas?
Last Christmas as well, because it's just come on. One problem with this, I can't really remember a lot of what happened.
No,
you might have to...
No, I can't either. It'll just be like two old fools blundering through.
What was that? It's kind of funny that we can remember more about a story that aired 50 years ago or something, and this aired a few months ago.
Yeah. Well, it'll be the same, 50 years down the line for its 100th anniversary. It'll be like, what was... Yeah, Into the Dalek, that was pretty good, yeah. It's not on par with... what would the 50-year equivalent be? Into the Vervoid. But...
I don't want to know how they get into that one.
No, that'd be horrific. Anyway, Thank you for watching.
Thanks for watching, and we will see you to talk about Series 8. So, goodbye.
That went better. I'll do the movements and you can do the voice. Oh, bollocks!
Oh no!
Sadly, you won't like me for saying this. I do sort of consider this canon.
Are you mad?
I'd like to consider it as canon. Shit.
Oh no! It was bloody awful. Peter Davison and Nissan Perry run up to Pat Butcher and they're like, "Oh, you've got to help us. Inside men and the veneer are after us."
Yeah.
And she's like, "Oh, what's your game then? Oh, I don't know what's going on here."
What about
and then Peter Davison's like, "Oh no. With
separate time tracks or something?
Separate time zones.
Yeah.
To them, we're the strangers."
Yeah. Matthew Waterhouse makes an appearance instead of Perry.
God.
Oh, that would have been great. That would have been a proper. No, that's what I call shit. That would have been amazing.